Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the All-American Dynasty here on College Football 25. Today we take on Purdue in the Big Ten, but it's not just taking them on today in a home game. It's more important because it is another big visit week. We've got a couple of pretty important players coming on campus today, so we want to impress them. We want to blow out Purdue and hopefully secure the commitments of these big-time players. So if you go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's do this thing. Your number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, the Ohio State University, take on Purdue at home in the shoe, and this is what our recruiting class looks like so far, including the number 2 player in the entire country, Mike Kidder. We are looking at a couple extra commitments, including Sam Crummy, but Alabama has passed us. This Week 7 visit against Purdue is going to be absolutely crucial to figuring out if he's going to choose us or not, because Alabama passed us, and they have a Week 8 visit. We have a Week 7, which is this week, right, against Purdue. So if we control the game against Purdue and do what we need to do, he might choose us over Alabama. There's a good chance. We also have 5-star gem running back Kevin Grimes on campus today. I don't know if he's going to commit or not. I hope he does, because if he doesn't commit, then we're going to be in trouble. We also have Victor Colomatangi, who's not on campus this week, but with a big victory against Purdue, most likely commits before his Week 11 visit. Week 10 is Cornell Good, a 4-star corner. Cortez Trope, he's on campus in Week 10. Also, Richard House, I don't know how to say his name. He's on campus Week 10. We haven't got the visits for anybody else down here except for Andre Trueblood Week 11. So only a couple guys on campus in Week 7. But we could be seeing 2 commitments plus Colomatangi. I'm assuming even without a blowout win and just a win in general, we might get the commitment of him. This is how the season stats are looking, at least for Joey Harrington. 1,000 yards with 12 touchdowns and 3 picks. All 3 of those picks are just super annoying that I've thrown them. The rushing numbers are looking pretty solid for the boys. Ricky Williams has come in and got 5 touchdowns as a freshman. Love to see it. Receiving numbers, Tim Brown doing good. Largen's doing good. Landry's been impressive in his freshman year. Evan Ingram's always a solid player. And then defensively, we've got some good tackles. Obviously, you knew Ben Burke-Irvin was going to be at the top of the game. Erasmus James, Clowney's been good as a freshman. Love to see it. And the interception numbers, who else did you think would be at the top? Jason Sehorn with 4 interceptions. It's just beautiful. Taking on Purdue in the shoe. Do we need to wear any different unis? We haven't worn any different ones in a while, so maybe we do wear something new. Could we go Cannonball here? Maybe. We could wear Cannonball. Or we could just go all red. Or all scarlet, I guess. That could be pretty fun. But you know what? We haven't rocked the Cannonballs in a while. So I think we're going to wear these ones. I think we're going to wear these ones for the home game. And Purdue, what's Purdue going to wear? Do they have anything cool? Do they have like a gold jersey or anything? I feel like they should have a gold jersey, right? They got a gold helmet, but no gold jersey? Really? These are all the uniform combinations they have? How do you not have a gold jersey? You have a gold helmet. How do you not have a gold jersey? Strange. I do like the white helmet, though. The white helmet looks pretty clean. I think they're going to wear this for their away. I do like the gold helmet. The gold helmet just reminds me of old school Purdue. So they're going to wear that. We're going to wear the Cannonballs. We are going to hopefully blow this team out of the water.
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
The Buckeyes take the field against Purdue in the shoe, sold out as it always is, no matter the opponent. The fans come out and see the team. But we got some 5 stars on campus. We got some important people here in the shoe on the sidelines ready to watch this team, their potential home for the next couple of years. They want to see their friends, their possible roommates absolutely dominate. And then they can be like, oh my God, Peyton Hillis. And then they can be like, you know what? I want to go play for the world famous Ohio State Buckeyes. And I think we can do that with a big victory here. Although I might have just screwed this up. I waited so long. God, I suck sometimes. Why did I wait so long? My initial read was David Njoku there. And then the linebackers for Purdue never really fanned out, so I thought that it wasn't going to be open. I thought I was going to throw a pick, and I'm trying not to throw any picks with Joey Harrington because I want him to be in the Heisman race, and with interceptions, you can't get in the Heisman race, with a lot of them. I want him to be in that Heisman race. But with a throw like this, he could be Tim Brown down the sidelines, and that is going to be a touchdown. I mean, sometimes it's just simple. Sometimes it's very, very easy. It's not rocket science. All you got to do is just have press coverage and tell your boys, run straight. Run fast and run straight. And Joey Harrington will drop the ball in the bucket. In stride, Tim Brown for a touchdown. That's how you start hot here at home against Purdue. Absolutely needed that one. That's going to get the fans absolutely rowdy. And as long as they don't have the next coming of Drew Brees on this team, we should be fairly good to win this game by 1 billion. Erasmus James, he's going to be in coverage, so we'll go with somebody else here. If I could actually get to my guy. I couldn't get to the right guy that I wanted, and it's going to be a first handoff, and it's going to be an unbelievable run. Marco Stacy, 26. I can't read numbers. 26 yards on the first handoff of the day for Purdue. That is absolutely brutal. I just noticed in the top right corner, we have moved our ranking up, our toughness ranking for toughest places to play. We have jumped that up into the top 10 at number 8. That's pretty cool. We were in like the 15 range, maybe 14, 15, something like that. That's got to be picked. It's not going to be picked. It's going to be, in fact, caught for a first down. This Purdue quarterback is throwing some dangerous balls in the first couple throws. None of them have been picked off, though. Oh, he's going to run outside. No! That little juke step, man. That little, hesitation where he, fakes inside. That got me, man. I thought that he was going to just keep running outside, and I dove that way, as you saw. But he completely fooled me. He completely fooled me. He will stiff-arm one of my players. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody got stiff-armed. And Marco Stacy kind of dominating right now. This Purdue, I was worried about the quarterback. This Purdue running back seems to be legit. Is this Raheem Mostert they got out here? Who's this running back here? 2nd and 6. This guy, they're running no huddle, which you guys know is my favorite thing to play against, is no huddle AI teams, or CPU teams. That's got to be stopped. Tank Carter's right there. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. That's a loss. Big loss in the play. Tank Carter not letting that happen. It's 3rd and 11. A huge stop here. Force a field goal. That would be absolutely awesome. Or, I'd love a turnover, actually. That'd be even more awesome. Who's back there? Is that Jim Leonard? It is. Jim Leonard playing center field back there. Sack him. Knock him out of field goal range. Huge sack. I don't think it's out of field goal range, but JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul, big sack, and he's brushing it off like it ain't nothing. That's a big sack. And we did knock him out of field goal range. It's going to be a punt. Wow, I feel like you still got to take this. Considering what we did on our first drive, I feel like you still got to attempt a field goal there. Even if you miss it, you at least got to try. Instead, they knock us to the 18-yard line. Strange decision by the Purdue offense. We will go back on the offense ourselves. Peyton Hillis, he's already run over a person today. Ended the career of somebody. That man probably has to go to a psych class on Monday, and he's going to be in a wheelchair. Speaking of a wheelchair, Peyton Hillis down the side, and he's going to put somebody else in the dirt. Oh, I don't usually run the wheel with Peyton Hillis. Or I run it, but I don't really throw it ever. And that time, it just happened to be wide open, and I could not resist. Evan Ingram underneath. Good block from Hillis, allowing him to get the first down, and we will move. We are moving and shaking. Is Landry going to be running this? No, it's Steve Largent running the slot fade. Okay. I'm down for a little Steve Largent slot fade if he gets open. He's not, unfortunately. Joey's going to have to scramble here. He's got nothing else. Joey Harrington, fumble on the ground, picked up by Evan Ingram. Joey, man. I tried to slide, but there's too many Purdue defenders there, and I couldn't get the animation in. You know how it be. Ricky Williams with a handoff, first time today, and he will get up to the 19. Little gain, nice little gain, and that's the end of the first quarter. Up 7-0 on Purdue. Let's get this bread, brother. That don't work for me, brother. 103 passing yards to 7 passing yards. But the rushing yards for Purdue has been pretty good. Or at least they've been okay. I guess they haven't been pretty good. All right, boys. Hillis back in the backfield. Handoff right to him. He'll break one tackle, but that kind of slowed his momentum down. He couldn't break the other tackles. And it's 2nd down and 9. Does Steve Largent go crazy here? That's always my big wonder if he's ever going to get crazy there. But nope, it's going to be David Njoku. He might be able to get in here. David Njoku trying to power his way in, and he's at the 1. I thought he might have had a shot of getting in there. And we don't usually call a lot of fullback stuff, but we got Patrick Ricard. Yes, I know it says Richard. For some reason, they wouldn't let me spell Ricard. It was counted as profanity, I guess. So we put the H in there, but Patrick Ricard with the fullback touchdown. He doesn't get a lot of touches. He had maybe like 4 or 5 all of last year. This one, maybe his first of the year. I don't remember exactly, but that's a big touchdown for him. His family's probably in attendance. And he scores a tutty. And we will go back on defense up 14-0. We stopped them from getting a field goal or touchdown on their first drive after it started pretty promising for them. Let's see if we can stop them again. This time I'd like some more pressure in the backfield. JPP got a sack last time out. Let's do it again, but they're going to keep handing off to the running back, and he's going to get smushed. Marco Stacy got crushed there by Udezi. Wow, he absolutely got crumbled on that one. And the quarterback will keep it, and he will get mushed as well. We are not making this easy for the Purdue offense. They're going to be in the ice bath. Every single person on their team is going to be in the ice bath after this game. They're going to be feeling it. 3rd down, he floats it. What are you doing, quarterback? Ed Reed with just maybe the easiest pick of his entire career. That quarterback absolutely lobbed that like a wounded duck. And he's complaining. What's he complaining about? He's throwing his arm out like, look at what are you doing? Maybe you complained to the teammates or something? I don't know. That was all on you, big dog. That was all on you. Peyton Hillis. Great blocks down the field for Peyton Hillis. And yes, that was a pass. It was a jet sweep. Peyton Hillis, 2 catches, 56 yards. That one's a little bit inflated, but it's still a catch. Steve Largent up the field, 1st down for him. Oh, we're rolling today. We are rolling today. And you know what? I'm not opposed to another fullback dive with Patrick Ricard. Let's give it to him. Handoff. Ricard, he's in. Number 2 for the big FB. Let's go, baby. Is this going to be a fullback game? And he put the crowd on? Patrick. Oh, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I got to see the instant replay. Right up the middle. They didn't cover it at all. And Patrick Ricard, he's the king of the castle. He puts the crown on and everything. Oh, that's my king right there. That is my absolute king. Patrick Ricard. Do it to him, baby. Do it to him. That's what I'm freaking talking about. If we get down to the goal line, I'm going to keep giving you the football. We're going to try to break a rushing record, touchdown record with a fullback. Talk about legendary GOAT status. And it's already 21-0. You can see why I had the chew clock already on, because I knew this game was probably going to get a little ugly, considering the level of talent on each side of the ball. But that doesn't mean the game's over by any means. We've seen games on this channel that have started really hot for me and then have absolutely crumbled late in the game. So I'm not going to say this game's over, although this running back seems to be breaking every single tackle known to mankind. Or Dude Love. Cactus Jack. but he's breaking all kinds of tackles. And they will go from the 38, first down and 10. If they just run the ball every time, they might be closer in this game. Incomplete pass on second down. This quarterback just doesn't have it. Not that I've seen so far. They don't trust him with the ball. He's not throwing deep. That's got to be picked. It's not. It's going to fall at the feet. He's not throwing it deep down the field, or at least intermediate. He's not throwing across the middle or anything. He's throwing short little underneath stuff to the flat or little whip routes or anything like that, or just handing off to the running back. It seems like they don't believe in this quarterback's arm. And maybe that's why, because he has no vision whatsoever, no pocket awareness. He stands in the pocket, gets eaten alive by Erasmus James, and that ball goes incomplete. And they will punt it away again. We might be seeing the backups in the third quarter, which is not something we usually get to see. Sometimes, most of the time, it's the fourth quarter. But we might be seeing them in the third quarter, especially if we score again here before the half is up. I'm kind of tempted. See, this is where I get... You know why games on this channel tend to get close late in the game when it start out as a blowout? Because I tend to get a little stupid. And I get way too overconfident, way too over-aggressive, and think that my guys are unbelievable gods. And I start to throw stupid stuff. That's usually how games get out of hand, or get back in hand, I guess I should say, for the opposing team. So I'm going to try to not do that, although I say that, and then maybe later in the game, you could go back to this clip and make fun of it because I've done something stupid, but hopefully not. I mean, they have got 4 Purdue jerseys right there on Steve Largent. They were ready for that. I really wanted to hit that throw. That was my only read, really. I really wanted to hit that. They're going to press up. I mean, the last time you pressed on Tim Brown, you got absolutely destroyed. But they're pressing on Jarvis Landry, too. I might believe in Jarvis Landry here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to believe in Peyton Hillis. He's going to get a block. Why is Peyton Hillis getting a lot of receiving yards today? I have no idea. He just happens to be open. He just happens to be open, and I'm hitting the open man. And I'm going to send Tim Brown deep because I believe in Joe Hendry. Although I'm going to hit Largent, and I'm going to call a timeout here so the accelerate clock doesn't kill me. We'll turn it off for a second as well. They keep wanting me to do these deep crosses, and I'm not opposed to doing the deep crosses, but the deep crosses have a tendency to not be open. But a vertical down the field might be pretty sexy, although Joey Harrington, not known for his wheels, but he's going to scramble here, get a lot of yardage, and then, I mean, look at these. I mean, all the same play. It's all the same exact play. I got to hit Tim Brown here. No, that's a pick. I hate myself. Wow, I forced that to Tim Brown. Wow, I forced that to Tim Brown. It's going to be a pick 6 as well. Ah, what am I doing? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stupid stuff I'm throwing. What? That was never open. God, I'm so stupid, man. Why do I do this to myself? 80-yard pick 6 gives Purdue hope, and it adds another interception to Joey Harrington's stat line. I think that's number 4 on the year. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why do I do that? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. This is how the other teams get back into the games. This game is out of reach, and I just gave them a little bit of hope. God, I am so stupid. I hate myself. Absolutely hate myself. Who's going to be open here? Absolutely nobody. I got to scramble Joey Harrington to make sure we get down here to call a timeout. Thank God. All right. We were able to get down just in time to be able to call a timeout. I probably should flip this to the other side of the field to give a little bit of space, but we're just going to ride with it. We're going to ride with it and see what happens. Throw it. No! A hit on the throw. It'll go incomplete. Joey couldn't get it done. I just needed a second longer to throw that ball. And it's 21-7 instead of being 28-0. And I am angry. Starting the second half on defense, because we started with the ball, obviously, to start the game. Oh, luckily, this Purdue offense has been non-existent since that first drive. So, let's hope that continues. And I got to stop being dumb. During the halftime break, I punished myself by slapping my face a couple of times. And waking myself up, basically. Open your eyes, Juice. Open your eyes. Think a little bit. There's some of the decisions that I make across all of my series. I mean, you could have a 4-hour compilation of just bone-headed mistakes. Decision making is not good. If I was going to be in the NFL draft as a quarterback, people would be like, this kid ain't got it. He don't got the arm talent, he don't got the athleticism, and most importantly, he don't got the decision making. As Jason Sehorn adds his 5th interception of the year, this quarterback sucks, by the way. This Purdue quarterback, I said at the beginning how I hope we don't get the next coming of Drew Brees. We aren't getting that. This might be the next coming of Zach Wilson or something. My God, this guy's horrible. This guy, it's like the SpongeBob meme where they're doing the talent show with the Krusty Krab and Squidward's on stage telling jokes or something, and the person in the crowd's like, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks." That's exactly how I feel about this Purdue quarterback. That is exactly how. Play action feels right in this spot. It's either going to be Ingram or Jarvis, and I think it's Jarvis. Jarvis is wide open. He's got speed to get away. Jarvis Landry around the corner. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The blocking is immaculate. And Jarvis Landry will add another one to his great freshman season. Wow. The blocking on that route after the ball was caught is just chef's kiss. Absolute perfection on that. That's what you go to Ohio State to do if you're a receiver. You go to catch touchdowns and block for your teammates. That's why The Ohio State University is wide receiver U, and that's why The Ohio State University has the best blocking wide receivers in the country. Book it. 28-7. I bet if we score one more time, the backups would come in. That's probably how it would go. We have secured the blowout, by the way. We just got to keep it up. Can't really let Purdue score anymore. Although if they score again, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We'd have to score again, obviously. So I just don't want them to score. Just don't score ever again. You shouldn't have scored the first time. I shouldn't have thrown the pick 6 in the first place. You should have 0 points. There should be a shutout. There should be a big donut, big bagel on the screen. But it's not. Are you going to scramble? What are you doing? What in the world was that play? You were backpedaling and then spun around. You did a whole 360. I don't know what that was, but it ends up being not a first down. So you wasted everybody's time just to do nothing. You're a jabroni. An absolute, utter jabroni. Spin move. Oh, that was a pretty sick spin, but it didn't really go anywhere. Or spin out anybody. All right, let's take another shot to the end zone. We got Jarvis on the outside, one-on-one and presses. That safety, if he covers him, doesn't look like he is going to. And Jarvis is going to go crazy here. Jarvis, the ball's intercepted by the Purdue corner. You've got to be absolutely jerking me. Oh, I can't believe it. A white DB has just intercepted me. His name is Jeff. And he intercepts me. That ball was not underthrown. That was perfectly thrown. That's the second interception for Joey Harrington. That's number 5 on the year. Oh my God. Oh, that wasn't underthrown. Do I have to high point? I didn't think I had to high point that. I thought that I could just throw it over his head. That's the one thing I complain. One of the big things that I complain about with college ball 26 or 25. The fact that every deep ball feels like it's going to get touched by the DB, either intercepted or knocked incomplete. You can't throw deep balls in college ball 25 unless you're torched them by 2 or 3, 4 yards. If it's close, if the DB is on you or within like a yard or 2, then they're going to either intercept it or knock it down. There's no such thing as deep balls in college ball 25. And it's very annoying because I like to throw the deep ball and it gets picked off regularly. But see, stuff like this is deep ball because nobody was around him, although that safety made a good try at it. That's the deep ball. But I want to do that with a guy close to me to make it look cooler. See, that's just easy. Like a high schooler could throw that. But I want the tough plays to make them look even cooler for the highlight reel. But those get intercepted, like the one that Jarvis Landry was thrown to. 35-7. I'd be surprised if the backups don't come in. If they don't come in automatically, then I'll put them in myself on the next offensive drive. It doesn't look like they're out here. The starters are still out here on defense. Keep throwing to Jason Sehorn, by the way. I want to keep getting his interception numbers up for his career. I think that'd be pretty cool. This quarterback absolutely blows, man. Take his jersey away, man. Take his scholarship away. This dude, if this is your quarterback, man, I'm surprised you have 3 wins. You must have played absolute scrubs. D3 schools to get those 3 wins. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's more on the receiver than it is on the quarterback, but still, they do not trust this guy to throw down the field. And when they have, it hasn't gone well. It's either been picked off or knocked incomplete. Erasmus gets sacked there. Oh, I passed. I suck. That's on me. That's 100% on me. That's on me as well. 2 of the best plays Purdue's had today have been my fault. I should have sacked him with Erasmus James. I completely whiffed. And then I missed that tackle there to give him extra yards. God, I am not on my game today. And this is a screen that's going to go for a touchdown. You got to be kidding me. A touchdown for Purdue. A screen touchdown. He broke like 2 tackles. God, sometimes, man, EA Sports, they just absolutely infuriate me. Dustin Fox blocked that kick. My God, Dustin, you are a freak. I think that's either his 2nd or his 3rd block kick of the year. Absolute utter insanity. Oh, but I hate EA Sports, man. I really do. Just I don't hate a lot of things or people. Oh, it's a kick return touchdown for Kyle Wilson. I was gonna bring the backups in, but I guess what? Wait, I guess I can still bring the backups in for defense. I don't hate a lot of I hate Nick Foles, David Tyree, and EA Sports. Though in football terms, those are 3 things or people that I absolutely hate with a burning passion. Obviously, the David Tyree and Nick Foles are fairly obvious if you know the history. I'm a Patriots fan, so you know that. And then EA Sports, I absolutely despise. Just, I hate them so much because they lie. They lie to your face. And I'm still going to buy the games because I want to play a football game. And this is the modern football game. But the fact that they lie, that's what gets me. Fred Smoot, pick. The fact that they lie is what gets me. They say it's going to be better. They say we've improved things. They say all of this stuff. And then they don't do anything. And it sucks. And I hate them. And yeah, hate's a strong word, but I mean every single word. God, I hate them so much. Absolutely. Ricky Williams, big play. Let's get back on track here. Ricky Williams, big run as the backups come in. Should we try a jet sweep? Is Ricky going to be running it this time? No, it's going to be Ryan Broyles. Okay, we've seen a little bit of Ryan Broyles in the last couple episodes. And he's going to have a wide open touchdown here. Actually, not as wide open as I thought it was going to be, but he's in the end zone regardless. Is that a rushing touchdown? It is a rushing touchdown. Welcome to the rushing game, Ryan Broyles. That's going to be a weird stat at the end of the season if he doesn't get any more of them. one carry for 9 yards and a tutty. Love to see it. But now the defenders for the Buckeyes are the backups as well, so we're not going to be seeing Jason Sehorn or JPP. We will see Jadeveon Clowney, which I'm happy about because I do like Jadeveon. He's a big fan of his. He's going to be a freak for this team. And he's... Oh, you got to be kidding me. How is that not a tackle? We stopped him in the backfield, man. Give me a break. Give me an absolute break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, baby. 42 seconds left. Justin Smith, the quarterback, keeps it. This jabroni's going to get lit up. He does get lit up. He holds on to the football, but he got rocked. Dwayne the Rock. And we are 30 seconds away from the end of the quarter. It's 1st and 10 Purdue. Clowney trying to get the rush in there. Left tackle doing a decent job. Quarterback throws it away. It's weird that this quarterback's a lefty. I'm not used to dealing with lefty quarterbacks until we maybe recruit Tim Tebow. You never know. Julian Peterson. Great pass rush from Julian Peterson, and he brings him down. The dominant pass rush from Julian Peterson. The right tackle did not stand a chance on that. He got sunned on that one. Embarrassed. 3rd and 21. Oh, it's a deep ball. 2-on-1. Who's getting the pick? It's going to be Phillips. Kenny Phillips with the interception. Another one for this Purdue quarterback. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. He's trying to push the ball down the field, but he's not good. He don't have any arm talent whatsoever. He was asking for the interception there. It's like he gifted us that turnover. Ricky Williams lowering the shoulder. He can do it just as much as Peyton Hillis can. And that'll be how we end the third quarter, putting a sour taste in these Purdue fans' mouths right there. 49-13. Let's let it rip with Colt Brennan a little bit. We haven't seen much of Colt Brennan. He could be the future quarterback if Joey Harrington decides to go to the NFL this offseason. Is very likely. I thought he might go last year, but I guess maybe he had too many interceptions last year, didn't get it done. That's why I'm trying to keep the interceptions down this year. Oh, Christ. Nobody got open. And I'm not trying to force any interceptions. I've already thrown a couple with Joey. It's very annoying. I'd like Colt Brennan's numbers to look a little bit better. That's going to take a nasty sack there. All right, we're getting a little out of hand now. We're getting a little bit out of hand. Let's send Ryan Broyles deep. Ryan Broyles is a big body. He can go up and get a ball if he needs to. Oh, elite route by Jordy Nelson. An absolute god-tier route from Jordy Nelson. And he takes that for a first down. Good throw from Colt Brennan, by the way. He's got some arm talent. We know this. He's got some arm talent. He just doesn't get to show it because he's behind Joey. Ricky with a nice little carry. Let's run the Burrito option, or the play action the other way. This could be Evans. It could be Njoku. No, that's not Mike Evans, by the way. That's I think it's Lee Evans, actually. Ooh, that ball was bad. That ball was bad. The play action never really developed there. Njoku again. Oh, my God. I'm trying to get these routes to come underneath, but they're taking so long that the pass rush for Purdue is getting to me. I got to wait so long for these guys to get open. Oh, that's an elite route from Ryan Broyles. He's into the end zone easy. He's got a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown today. We're going to be seeing a lot of Ryan Broyles in the future, that's for sure. That is faux show. And it's 56-13. We haven't had a blowout like this in a little bit. Feels nice. Feels nice to have a little bit of a blowout. And this is real good for the recruits. This probably guarantees, it definitely guarantees at least 1 or 2 commitments. Cole Matangi, who was the 4-star, that was basically already committed, but there was a little bit of a sliver of the bar still available. But with this victory, he's most definitely going to commit. And then the first 5-star, not the one that was passed, that we got passed by Alabama on. But he might commit too. But there's 2 that are pretty much guaranteed. The third one, which is the guy that Alabama passes on, this game might get us to get a commitment from him. I'd be kind of shocked if it didn't, actually. Especially with winning by this much. Now, I know that I don't think that it matters how much you blow out a team as long as you reach that 17-point threshold. I don't think it gives you extra points if you beat them by like 20 or 30 or anything like that. Oh, touchdown Purdue. I missed the interception. I got too greedy there. I thought Kenny Phillips was going to be able to get that pick, but he might have been just a little bit far behind. That's unfortunate. We're allowing Purdue to add stats to their team that they don't deserve. That should have been picked off. Okay, so we're going to get the ball back, and I think I'm just going to run the clock out the rest of these 3 minutes. We don't need to put any more points up. We're not trying to stat pad or anything. Not trying to stat pad. We just need to get out of this game. Nobody needs to get injured or anything like that. Just got to get out of here. I guess we could pad the stats of Ricky Williams. That'd be something. Ricky, decent change of direction there. Not too bad. I don't like running from left to right. I like running from right to left. It makes me, I feel like it works more, in my opinion. But they were ready for that one. We might as well go with the mesh play here. Although it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 on the other half of the 2-minute. And they want us to run it again. But if I flip the play, we probably get this first down. It's 3rd and 6. I think Rick can get 6 yards on this. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. The blocking did a great job, and Ricky does a great job as well getting that first down, and they're not going to use their timeouts because it's 56-20. Why would they? They know they're going to lose this game. They're just trying to ride it out. So we are going to try to ride it out as well as Ricky Williams down the field, see if he can get any big gains. I'd love a massive touchdown run from Ricky Williams. That'd be amazing. But we are probably to our final play of the game. Kyle Juszczyk comes in for the first time. That man got pancake. You see number 68? You see him get pancake 15? Absolutely. That's what we're hoping Orlando Pace does. when he comes in to start. Ricky will get dropped at 3rd and 4, but that's the end of the game. We win 56-20 over Purdue in front of the recruits. I mean, we put up 28 in the 3rd quarter, which I think we had the kick return touchdown in the 3rd quarter as well. Or punt return touchdown, whatever it was. Tim Brown was the player of the game with 2 catches, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's how you impress people. He didn't need to get the ball a lot. He had 2 catches, and they both went for touchdowns. I do like these helmets, by the way, because they put since they're black helmets, they put the red Buckeye stickers, the Buckeye leaves, and I like the look of that. I like them. They look pretty cool. But the Buckeyes get a W, and the boys, hopefully, get some commitments. That's what we want to see. We want to see some absolute 5-star talents come to the Ohio Stadium. Now remember, I say this all the time in this series, don't get too attached to the player ratings or the names or anything like that, because they're obviously all going to be changed to fit the theme of this series, which is former players, real-life players. But we move on to week number 8. We get Sam Crummy. That was the one that was guaranteed, along with Cole Matangi. We get Kevin Grimes. He's the Alabama one that we turned. And there's Victor Matangi. So all 3 of the guys that I was hoping committed have committed to the program. We do get locked out on one of those DBs. Cornell Good chose Michigan State. Okay. Kind of annoying, but he chose Michigan State. And next episode, we've got Penn State on the road at Beaver Stadium. Wow. That's going to be tough. But Crummy has chosen the Ohio State University, so we'll move him up. That's another 5-star commitment. Another 5-star commitment in Kevin Grimes. We'll add him to the board. And then Cole Matangi brought in. He's number 67, so he'll go right there. All right, we're looking pretty solid on the recruiting class. If we go over the top classes, we have the number 8 class in the country, 5 5-stars and 2 4-stars. Looking pretty solid. But now we have 380 points. We'll take Good off the board. Cortez Troop, nobody's going after him, so he's a lock. This is going to be pretty tough. Should we try to hard sell him? Nah, I mean, we have A+, C+. Oh, we are already hard selling him. We'll see if we can make a move on him. We've got to get Stachelski? I don't know. We got to get him on campus. So let's do Nebraska in week 12. We'll do athletic facilities for him. Harlan Faust. We can't get him on campus just yet. He doesn't have his teams dropped down, but we already got Andre Trueblood. Trevante Harris, we can get him on campus. We can do the complimentary. Even though Cole Matangi's already committed, it still counts for the complimentary. So with Trevante Harris, we can get him scheduled for week 11. Rico Kirkus. It's us in Michigan. I got to try to beat out Michigan. That just makes too much sense. So we'll bring him on campus. What's his thing? Championship contender. Perfect, because we got an A+ in that. We are the defending national champions. So he's going to be on campus in Michigan in week 10. They might beat us out for him. There's a good chance. Dion Uzama will schedule for a visit. We can get him on week 10. He's got 3 complimentary visits for that. Pro potential for him. Good thing that's an A+ for that. Never mind. I hit playing time on accident. All right, well, hopefully that doesn't kill us on that recruit. Elliot von Olhoffen. Week 8 and week 11. He's probably going to be committed by yeah, we might not even have to put any points on him. He's probably already going to be committed, but we can go the full Monty on Sam Foster. So we'll go 65 on him, and we might as well put the rest on, or put 65 on Ofisa Pua. Great name. Because we have the hours available. And we might as well put him on a visit as well. Get him on the Michigan week. What's he like? He likes Coach Prestige. And that is right there. All right, that leaves us with 65 hours available. We've got everybody. We're probably not going to get everybody on that board, but I mean, look at this board for recommended. We've got everybody. That's kind of funny. Another quarterback. Remember, we got to find guys that we can make look like real life people. That's a big thing for this series. And a white wide receiver doesn't really fit that, but a white tight end is more common. So we might put him on and make him a tight end. Russ Hundley, do you look like anybody, big dog? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe he looks like somebody. Sammy Duvall. Who do you look like? Do you look like anybody? We might be able to make that work. Might be able to make that work. What about... Oh, certainly we can make you work. What about... The beards... The white guys with the big beards are tough. There's not a lot of NFL players with the huge beards like that. I could see something like that. We can make that work. That's tough. There's not a lot of people that look like that in the NFL. Uh, Ooh, this could work. This could work. We can make something with that. Not that. That's tough. That's tough. Maybe. Maybe with you. No, no. This kind of looks like who's this look like? This looks like somebody. The mustache is killing me with you. Who do these people look like? See, this is the problem. This is what I have to go through when I'm setting up the recruiting board, trying to find guys that I could make a argument that they look like the real life person, even though obviously I know it's a hard stretch to try to find or try to make you think that they look like the person that I'm naming them, but that's the challenge. That is the challenge. This guy, I mean, you could get away with if his hair was a little bit darker, you could get away with Brian Cushing. You could absolutely do that if his hair was a little bit darker. I could see somebody with you. Uh, it's tricky, man. It's tricky trying to find guys that look like real people or close enough. Maybe we could do you. Could we get away with a Clay Matthews on this? Or maybe an AJ Hawk? Or trying to think of linebackers with longer hair. Maybe a Chad Greenway? Although he didn't have that much long hair, did he? Maybe at one point he did. We'll put him on the board. See what happens. All right, that's enough for right now. We don't have that many hours anyway. Let's start tossing some scollies on these guys. See if we can get in the race. We've already scouted this dude, but we'll put him back on the board. Offer him another scholarship. Tyrone Clowney. Elijah Watt. I can see some. There's something there with that Elijah Watt guy. I can't put my finger on it right now, but there's definitely something there with him. Not sure what it is, but there's something there with him. We'll put 10 on Femi Hag. That's a crazy name, and then we'll put 10 on Elijah Watt. I don't know what it is. There's something there about him. I can feel it in the bones. There's something there with him. All right, so that'll be recruiting, and that will be the episode for today. Next episode, we take on Penn State on the road in Beaver Stadium. It's going to be absolutely electric, but hopefully we can come away on top. And we've moved up to #1 team in the country, so that's pretty awesome. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.